Hi everybody. Okay, we just need to solve this equation right here. And before we get to this, I just want to take a quick look at the domain. This is actually a nice one here, but notice that it's a negative half rotation and a positive half rotation, and that we're in radians. Now let's take a quick look at our equation here. There are really two levels to this. Okay, as soon as you've got this square on a trig function here, there's the quadratic level, there's the algebra level to it, and then the trigonometry. Now, what I would do with this is, and this is a very common tool in mathematics, you don't know what the cosine of theta is. It's essentially an unknown. So let's just replace it with x. And so now what we can do here is we can focus on just the algebra part of this problem. So it's a quadratic, bring the 3 over. And let's solve this by factoring. So 2x, x, and what do we got here? This is going to be positive 3 minus 1. So now I know that x is either equal to positive 1/2 or x is equal to negative 3. Okay? So once I've done that, now I can identify, oh, look at that. X was cosine. So now, let's take a quick look at this. What does this mean? Well, cosine is positive in quadrants 1 and 4. So I'm going to get two answers here. Let's identify my reference angle here. Well, cosine goes to 1/2 at pi over 3, which means we're chopping the top half of the circle into thirds, the bottom half of the circle into thirds. In the first quadrant, the reference angle is the rotation angle, so that's easy enough. So my answer here is going to be pi over 3. And in the fourth quadrant, now I get into the fourth quadrant by doing a negative rotation out to that terminal arm. Well, this is just the reference angle right here, so this is simply going to be negative pi over 3. Okay, so those are the two answers coming from this factor in our solution here, in our equation. Here, cosine is negative, but notice that cosine is negative 3. Well, if you think about the sine and cosine here, their range only ever goes from -1 to 1, so it's not possible for cosine to be negative 3. So there's no solution coming from this particular factor. So therefore we know that our solutions are simply going to be pi over 3 and negative pi over 3. That's it.